Ducati's fearsome Streetfighter V4 is all you hoped it would be and more. In short, it's an unfaired Panigale that has been kitted out with all the essential Streetfighter parts. Wide and high handlebars, an aggressive front end, and an engine that has been retuned for unabashed mischief-making. Considering that Ducati's designers look to the Joker for inspiration, the Streetfighter is every bit as aggressive and playful as its muse. The minimalist full LED headlight captures the spirit of the Streetfighter V4 perfectly. On the one hand, it recalls the front of the Panigale V4, and, on the other, evokes the crazy grin of the Joker, the comic strip character from which the Ducati Style Center drew inspiration for this new Bologna built naked. The compact headlight is embedded in a meticulously designed dual-layer fairing that incorporates the Airbox and LED cooling intakes. A rear deflector, instead, stops flows impacting the tank directly. The new Streetfighter V4 is powered by a 1103cc Desmosedici Stradale engine. In this configuration, the 90 degrees V4 delivers 208 horsepower, 153 kilowatts, at 12,750 RPM, an unrivaled power level within the naked segment, perfectly in keeping with the all-out character of the new Streetfighter V4. Maximum torque is 123 Nm at 11,500 RPM, practically unchanged with respect to the Panigale V4. Dedicated engine mapping lets riders safely make the most of Streetfighter V4 performance on the road. Compared to the Panigale V4, the riding position with an above-ground height of 845 mm has been redefined as per the specifications of a naked model. In keeping with Streetfighter culture, the semi-handlebars have been replaced by a high, wide bar that, together with a moderated footpeg position, ensures sports-style comfort during inner-city rides and the control needed to tackle country roads or racetracks. While maintaining many of the Panigale's stylistic features, the tail is supported by a steel subframe and has been redesigned to enhance passenger comfort and give the rider more lengthways space. The Streetfighter V4 features the front frame, an offshoot of Ducati's extensive experience in modding, which uses the Desmosedici Stradale engine as a load-bearing member. Compared to traditional perimeter frames, the main layout difference is that the engine is used as a structural chassis element. Weighing just 8.8 pounds, the compact front frame is attached directly to the upper crankcase of the front cylinder bank and the cylinder head of the rear bank. The V4 crankcase also provides the rear suspension attachment point and the single-sided swingarm pivot mount. The key advantage of the Ducati front frame is that it uses the Desmosedici Stradale engine to achieve the desired stiffness. This has resulted in significantly lower mainframe length and weight and a better stiffness-weight ratio. Moreover, the struts alongside the engine have been shortened, making bike design more compact, especially in the rider's seat area. Completing the chassis is the under-seat trellis subframe, attached to the front frame at the top and bolted to the head of the rear cylinder bank below. The rear suspension linkage mechanism is attached to the Desmosedici Stradale engine via a forged aluminum bracket. The linkage reacts to movements imparted by a cast aluminum high-truss swingarm. Steering geometry features a 24.5 degrees rake and 100 mm trail. Sophisticated suspension. The Streetfighter V4 mounts 43 mm Showa big piston forks (BPF) to provide full adjustability and spring preload and compression and rebound damping. The fork bodies house chrome sliders with Brembo radial caliper mountings. A Sachs steering damper completes the front-end package. At the rear there is a fully adjustable Sachs shock absorber, one side of which is attached to the Desmosedici Stradale engine via a forged aluminum bracket. The Streetfighter V4 S, instead, is equipped with an Öhlins Nix 30 fork, an Öhlins TTX 36 rear shock absorber, and an Öhlins event-based steering damper. On this version, suspension and steering damper are controlled by the second-generation Öhlins Smart EC 2.0 system, which, among other things, features the new objective-based tuning interface. While the Streetfighter V4 mounts cast aluminum 5-spoke wheels, the V4 S is equipped with 3-spoke Marchesini-forged aluminum alloy wheels. The rims mount Pirelli Diablo Rosso Corsa 2 tires. Combining track performance with road versatility, they come in the 120/70th ZR17 front and 260th ZR17 rear sizes, already used extensively for slick tires in the Finnish Marcus Superbike World Championship. Braking system with Brembo Stolima monoblock calipers. The Streetfighter V4 range features powerful Brembo Stolima monoblock calipers, developed out of the already high-performance M50 calipers. The dual Brembo calipers, each mounting 430mm pistons, bite down on 330mm discs to give exceptional braking power. Rear braking, instead, relies on a single 245mm disc clamped by a 2-piston caliper. Braking is aided by the ABS cornering Evo system, which uses the ultralight 9.1 MP control unit. As on racing bikes, the 16-liter aluminum tank has a section that extends under the seat. Compared to the Panigale V4, the lower section of the tank has been modified to allow installation of a seat with thicker padding to boost rider comfort. Up front, the space not occupied by fuel has been used to house all the electronics, battery included. The Streetfighter V4 features the same 5-full TFT high-resolution color screen, 186.59 ppi 800 XRGB x 480, as the Panigale V4. The dashboard is dominated by the round virtual rev counter on the right. Dismosodici Stradale revs are displayed on a needle gauge. Movement of the latter is accompanied by a white trail that acts as a shift light, changing color from white to orange, and then red, as the rev limit approaches. The latest generation electronics package on the Streetfighter V4 is based on a 6-axis inertial measurement unit, 6D-IMU, which instantly detects the bike's roll, yaw and pitch angles. The electronics package has controls for every part of the ride. Some oversee start, acceleration and braking, others govern traction, and others again lend a helping hand on corners and out of the corner stretches. ABS cornering Evo Ducati traction control, DTC, Evo 2 Ducati slide control, DSC, Ducati wheelie control, DWC, Evo Ducati power launch, DPL, Ducati quick shift up down, DQS, Evo 2 engine brake control, EBC, Evo Ducati electronic suspension, DES, Evo operational parameters for each of these controls are associated by default with the 3 Streetfighter V4 riding modes. Riders can personalize parameters to suit their riding style or restore Ducati factory settings. DTC, DWC, DSC or EBC control levels can be adjusted quickly via the left switchgear. Complete titanium exhaust assembly. Made exclusively by Akrapovi with the Ducati experience. It is the most advanced racing assembly available on the market. Each section of the system is manufactured in a special titanium alloy that is both lightweight and resistant to high temperatures, allowing for an overall reduction in the bike's weight. Once installed on the bike, the exhaust dramatically increases the already excellent weight-to-power ratio of the Panigale for breathtaking accelerations and stretches.